Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 6 of the Brickfilms monthly recap. We're your hosts, the Brickfilm Bros.
Today we're bringing you an unforgettable episode. Today the results of Brickstars are releasing, and we're going to be going over the top 10 entries into Brickstars.
We'll also be going over everything having to do with the results, including the showing in Paris that they had this afternoon. If you haven't already heard of Brickfilms.com, it's a great place for anyone who's interested in LEGO stop motion, so definitely go check it out. There will be a link in the description.
Also, if you want to see more Brickfilms.com monthly recaps, make sure to hit the subscribe button.
Also, we'll be talking about our 4 favorite Brickfilms posted in February, so make sure to stay for that.
And we'll be doing a random Brickfilm from February at the end of the video, so stick around to the end to find out which one it is.
Now, without further ado, let's get right into it. So before we talk about the big news, first let's just talk about some of the challenges that happened in the month. So the first challenge was 144 ice skating. This one was I liked the idea of this one. We talked a little bit about it last month, but we didn't go very in depth. The one that won was a hockey brick film, which was also very impressive because they had like a bunch of different players on the ice at once, and they were all skating around. So that was really impressive to see.
Yeah, it was nice that we didn't just have like one good brick film for this contest, because at the beginning it seemed like there would only be one that would really that you knew would win, but towards the end of it we got a couple more that were contesting for the number one place.
Yeah, so that one was really cool. And then challenge 145 was Metamorphose. So I actually entered this.
Yeah, and I judged it.
Yeah, so I entered this with my brick film. I forget what it's called, but I didn't spend very much time on the title. But it was like a science brick. It was a brick film where a guy drinks a growth serum on accident. We actually used this minifigure right here to in the animation. I did the animation and everything in this brick film.
Yeah,
it took about a week to make, and it was about 1 minute long. So
yeah, it really shows how much you can do with like so few pieces, because recently working on our Cthulhu project, we've been realizing that there's a lot of pieces that we just don't have, and that are very like useful for building a set. So but this one, you seem to have found the right pieces for your set pretty easily.
Yeah, it did take a while. I think I spent 5 or so hours just building the set for this one, because our Legos aren't sorted very well right now, so it took a while to get all the pieces together for this one. I ended up getting in first place, which I'm super happy about.
Yeah, and it was not because I'm a biased judge. There are 2 other judges that ranked him as the highest, I think, right?
One other ranked me as highest, and the other one was second.
Right. So it was not. He did not win because I was the judge.
He's very defensive of his position as judge.
Yes.
But and then the final challenge to talk about this month is this was a challenge from March, but it just started, so I figured we would talk a little bit about that one to get people to enter. So this one is challenge 146, to stumble. So this one seems really fun. I think there could be a lot of creative brick films.
Yeah, there's a lot of room for like comedic brick films, and that I think people like, you could just have a clip from like a longer brick film of a character stumbling, and then that you're already making, and then put that clip into the challenge. So
yeah,
I hope to see a lot of entries into this one, because there's a lot of fun things you could do with that.
So I think we've talked thoroughly about the challenges, so let's go right into Brickstars. So this took 2.5 months to judge all the entries for this, which I think is a pretty appropriate time for a total runtime of 11 hours and 14 minutes.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a really long runtime. I wonder, I haven't ever looked at like comparing other Brickstars runtimes, but I'd assume this is probably one of the longest we've had.
This is 45 minutes longer than last year, and last year we had our most entries ever entered into Brickstars.
Wow.
So this year I think we had like 3 or 4 or less, but it was still longer brick films on average.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much to Maxu44, AF Prod, Brickfield, AB, also known as Assassin's Brick, and Ferdinand for judging Brickstars. You guys did an amazing job. It was very cool to see all the Brickfilms in their respective positions on the...
We have 10 amazing Brickfilms on our roster today. Coming in 10th place was by Coley, and it's a Brickfilm titled Rambo Navi Blood. I haven't seen this one, have you?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it, so I think from what I saw of it, it looked pretty cool. I'm not really sure what it's about though, so...
Yeah, so we're gonna have to. We might have to skip over a couple of these that we haven't watched, and just give them a shout out. But you guys should definitely go check out all of the Brickfilms we talk about.
There will be links for all of them in the description.
And in 9th place we have Ulz Verona Human Stus.
I think this one was my favorite of the year, if not like all time.
Right.
But I also think that 9th place is a very solid place for this Brickfilm to be in.
Yeah, I think personally I would have ranked it a little higher, but I'm glad it got top 10 at least. So.
Yeah, I was actually surprised to see it at top 10. It seems like kind of like a hidden gem of a Brickfilm, but I'm really glad that the judges found this Brickfilm and were impressed as well as I was. So we talked a lot about this on episode 4, I believe.
Yep.
So you can check that out. There will be a link for that. And should we move on to number 8?
Yeah.
So this Brickfilm was by Eric Tong Studios. It was titled Time Without You, Brawl 2025. So I think this was made for Brickfilm Rapidly All Week Long 2025. This one was really cool. I didn't watch very much of it, but what I saw, like, the animation was really good.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of this. It's crazy that he made the whole thing in just a week.
Yeah,
a lot. I feel like a lot of the best Brickfilms actually come out of these like timed challenges, like the Shack and Thack,
Thack, and Brawl.
And Brawl, yeah.
So, coming in at number 7 is Hershundelch with the Brickfilm #Selfie Life.
Yeah, this was a really interesting one. It was about like the corruption of social media, and like because the guy's like taking pictures of his life instead of like just sitting back and enjoying it.
Mm-hmm. I think the message that is sent was really cool, and also just the Brickfilm itself was like technically done was really, really well.
Yeah, it's always been difficult for people to animate like phones and like smartphones in Lego, because the pieces have like a back with emptiness for studs, and it just looks kind of weird on camera when you're filming a minifigure holding one. So
yeah, but I think they did a really good job on this one, and also with the phone screen was I think they filmed that part really well. Adding like the digital images on it fit together with the real Lego actually surprisingly well.
Yeah. And in 6th place we have Fruit Cup Studios John 316. So we talked about this one too.
This was episode 3 or 4.
Yeah.
There will be a link to which one that one was in, but.
And this was amazing animation. There was a lot of like torches and things and candles that were really well animated.
Yeah,
flames.
And the mouth animations were somehow they put glare on the mouth animations and made it look like it was actually part of the minifigure, and I was like super impressed with that. That looked really cool. So at number 5 we have Mosh 5256 with A Tale of Woe. This one was also one of my favorite Brickfilms of the year. I really liked this was probably my favorite comedy Brickfilm. I really liked the how like the build up happened, and then it revealed that the princess was actually really ugly, and everybody thought she was beautiful but they would just fall out of the tower when they realized what she looked like.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a really good one.
Yeah, they used one of my favorite heads.
For the
Western.
Western. Yeah, the Western face that they used was really nice.
Yeah. And in number 4, we have a Shadow and Light by Any Brick. I haven't seen this one.
No,
Did you
I
watch
haven't,
this?
I haven't either. I think I might have seen a little bit of it at some point, but actually I haven't watched it the whole thing through. This definitely on my to be watched though, because top 5 of Brickstars has got to be good.
Yeah.
Number 3 was Nonstop Animations with Cold Bodies. This is another one that I really enjoyed. This was actually a lot later in the year. This was, I think, December. It was pretty late, but I'm glad that this one got top 5 as well. This one was really impressive. I think my favorite part was the lighting with the purple and blue lighting. It looked really cyberpunk, which I think was the look I think it was the look they were going for.
Yeah, I think I saw a couple of clips that the animator had posted on the Discord, but I haven't seen the full one yet, so I'm really excited to watch that.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And then in second place, we have Lego Mustang on Fire by Enrique Fuster. I don't know how to say that guy's name. I have only seen a little bit of this one as well. But what I've seen of it is amazing animation and set design and lighting. So I don't think I really picked up the storyline.
There wasn't really a storyline. I think it was only like 30 seconds long. It was more like a photo shoot of like someone, but it was like along with the song, so it was kind of like a song video. It was really cool though. I really liked the flame effects were really well done. I'm surprised that they got the lighting on the flames so well. A lot of the times when you make flames, it doesn't look super. It doesn't fit really well with the Brickfilm, but this time it did super well, and I think that's the main reason it got second place. I really like this one. So, first place of Brickstars. The winner of Brickstars 2025 is Leo with his Brickfilm Paradise. We talked a little bit about this in one of our previous episodes, and we were really impressed with the quality of this one.
Yeah, wasn't this one for a contest as well? A timed contest?
I don't remember. I don't know if it was, but I think it might have been for Thack or Shaq. I don't remember.
Yeah. But this was an amazing Brickfilm. Like the set design was really cool. We talked about that.
Yeah, like there's a part with the disco lights. I actually have no idea how they filmed that.
Yeah, I saw behind the scenes images of them filming it, and they have like a physical disco light in the shot.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah,
I'm surprised that it looks so smooth on camera with like so many mirrors. I was really impressed with this. This one was definitely deserved first place.
All right, well, that's all we have for Brickstars, so we're gonna move on to our next segment about Brickfilms we liked from February.
My favorite Brickfilm from February was Automated Ascendancy by Teutonic Pictures.
This was an amazing Brickfilm.
Yeah.
I remember watching the trailer and like being really excited for the Brickfilm to come out, and I watched it like immediately, like the same day it came out.
Yeah, I really like this one. This is about 10. Actually, I think it's exactly 10 minutes long, and it's very well done. I think that the animation, the walking animation, is some of the best I've ever seen. You can see a sticky tack on the bottom of the minifigure's feet, but the reason of that is because it's like all flat surfaces that the minifigure's walking on, and they all look super smooth.
Yeah, it was really smooth. There were a couple shots where he was walking and you couldn't see his feet. That looked a little strange. I don't know if it was just because you couldn't see his feet.
I think
so
it was
your brain
just...
didn't connect it, but he seemed to be just like kind of drifting along on the ground while the background moved.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit because the minifigure didn't move up and down very much when you couldn't see his legs, which threw it off a little bit. But I don't. Yeah, it still looked very good. I like this one.
It also had a really good storyline. Like it seemed like a really thought out like world, and there were some like really cool like large there were some really cool shots from like the city that were that were really cool.
I think I've actually seen that set before on a website, but I think that those shots turned out really well and the lighting worked really well for it. I also liked how crisp the sound effects were. All the sound effects were really well done. I like these.
Yeah, the voice acting was also really well done.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that part of it. So my favorite brick film from February is Dragon vs. Castle Neck by Fistful of Studs. I always love Fistful of Studs brick films. They're super funny. They have like kind of a Lego movie-esque humor to them.
Yeah.
And the animation is really cool.
Yeah, it's really cartoony animation, which is really cool to see.
Yeah, and I also really liked the special effects that they did. They used like paper, like sometimes drawn on, sometimes just like with the light shining on it.
Yeah.
And it looked really cool, and I don't think I've ever seen paper used in brick films that way.
Yeah, I think I've seen it a couple times, but yeah, it's definitely not a very much used technique to like make the motion blur out of paper. I've seen it a little bit, but it turned out really well in this brick film. Yeah. I also
always love when brick films like break the fourth wall and like go out of the set. And there's one part in this one where the dragon is like he's like punched or hit by a sword. I don't remember which. Like onto the carpet, and it's like, if you've ever animated on a carpet, you know that it's very difficult to get all of the fibers to stay in the position that they are, except for the ones you want to move. And Fistful of Studs did a really good job of animating on a carpet.
Yeah. This one was really well done, and also just the animation it was on the carpet. The light you can see coming through a window, which was really impressive because since like clouds can go over the sun, and it's just the sun moving along can change lighting a lot and like make it really flickery. But this wasn't flickery at all, which was really impressive.
Yeah.
Another awesome brick film from February was The Oasis, A Crusader Story by Epic Fail Studios. Epic Fail Studios is constantly making new brick films. They post at like a 4-minute video almost every week, it feels like.
Yeah.
Which is super crazy because I think the longest brick film we've ever made so far is like 6.5 minutes long, which is really... And that took like a month and a half, I think.
Yeah.
So it's really impressive to see Epic Fail Studios posting so frequently in such long-form content.
And the quality seems to be improving, even though they're ramping up how many brick films they're producing. So that's really cool to see. And they also seem to spend a lot of time like doing the storyline of their brick films. Not particularly this one. This one had more of a loose story, but some of Epic Fail Studios' other brick films are more like have more developed storyline, and it's amazing that they can do them so frequently.
Yeah, and just the amount of animation in this one is also crazy because the other thing you could do is just not animate as much and have more still frames, but this is mostly walking, which is actually like one of the most tedious motions to animate, and they still managed to have like 2 or 3 minutes of walking in this one. I think my favorite part was when the character is walking up a slope and it's like a plate slopes off the ground, and they actually managed to animate the minifigure walking up on like an actual slope, which I think was really crazy because you couldn't see any sticky tack on that one.
Yeah, there was also a part where the Oasis like fades out of the shot, as well as the people that he had been fighting, and I'm not sure how they did it, but they made the people like fade while everything else stayed solid, and
yeah, that was really cool.
It really blended well together because I'm assuming they were on 2 separate shots and then they like overlaid them.
Yeah, that was a really cool shot. I liked that. Yeah, the only thing that I have to complain about this one is you can see the green screen because the background is out of focus. So on the bricks, some of the bricks, you can see part of the green screen. But other than that, this was a really good brick film.
Yeah. So my last pick for brick films from February is called Galactus Meteon Nilfinis by Darth Droid 1. So this is only like 25 seconds long, but I really liked the quality of the animation with Galactus because he is a full like figure. He's not a minifigure, and there are a lot of movable joints, but the animation quality holds up. And I know it's a lot more difficult when you're using like more articulated joints on a figurine. So that was really impressive to me.
Yeah, this one was really cool. I also liked how the set kind of rotated sometimes instead of the camera. That was really cool. I think it was supposed to be like a planet or something, but this one was really cool, I think.
There were also a lot of effects overlaid onto the Brickfilm, like the little lines at the edge. I don't know what those are called, but and then there was also like some lightning in the background, and they all like blended together really nicely. It didn't look like multiple. They didn't look separate at all, really.
Yeah, this is definitely a good Brickfilm to check out.
This Brickfilm is called Brickman the Barbarian: Rise of the Necromancer by Epic Fail Studios.
Yeah,
So
I'm excited about this one. I've seen a little bit of it.
That's a good set.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
The camera tracking is a little jerky. I think it looks like they animated that instead of doing a still shot. So
yeah. That was actually really nice animation. There's a lot of skull pieces.
Yeah. It's a cool homemade sheath that they have there.
Yeah.
Who dares to enter my
Oh, that's a pretty cool effect on the sphere.
Yeah.
Did you come to destroy me, barbarian? No answer? Well, you made a grave mistake. Arise, my servants, dispose of this
I like the voice acting.
Yeah, that's really good. And the sound effects are good too. The soundtrack is really good. The music fits really well with the style of the animation.
It's a really cool sword. I don't know if it's brand Lego, but
Yeah, I don't think so. It looks really cool though. That was a really good impact sound there.
well, the sound effects line up really well in this shot.
I think the overall choreography could use a little work, but other than that, this fight scene's really cool. Ooh, 3D printed, that looks cool. The black skeleton is really cool looking.
Yeah, I've never seen the Lego parts for that.
Yeah.
Let us see what is left of that barbarian. What? How? Never mind, you're a fool to come here. Your brute strength is no match for my magic. How? Why?
Your magic does not affect me. The same one who gave you this power has cursed me. Now give me the blood crystals so I can destroy it.
No, never. I will not go back to being a second-rate sorcerer.
No!
Oh, wow. That was cool. Transition.
Yeah.
That was really good. Wow.
What
That was really
mess.
cool looking when it got destroyed. It's like there might be a sequel coming out, though.
Yeah.
This was a really cool brick film. I'm glad that this got picked as our random one for this month.
Yeah. Epic Fail Studios is very prolific, but the quality stays.
Yeah. That's all we have for this month. So if you'd like to support the podcast, make sure to subscribe and like the video and leave a comment on which of the brick films we saw today was your favorite.
Also, definitely go check out brickfilms.com if you haven't already. It's a great resource for brick filmers and brick film watchers alike.
Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you all in the next video.